In the quiet town of Harmony Springs, where white picket fences lined the streets and residents greeted each other with warm smiles, a peculiar event unfolded one gloomy evening in the 1950s. Arthur Hargrove, a door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesman known for his charm and impeccable sales pitch, found himself at the crossroads of the mundane and the mysterious. The rain fell in a rhythmic dance, tapping on the hats and umbrellas of the few souls brave enough to venture outside. Undeterred by the weather, Arthur clutched his leather-bound sales portfolio and made his way through the residential neighborhood, looking for the next potential customer. In the dimming light, Arthur approached what he believed to be his next sales conquest, the Davies residence. The house, draped in shadows and adorned with an air of eerie stillness, exuded an ominous charm that sent shivers down Arthur's spine. Ignoring his instincts, he mustered a confident smile and knocked on the door. The door creaked open, revealing a dimly lit hallway shrouded in mist. Arthur hesitated for a moment, but his commitment to the sale propelled him forward. He stepped inside, his polished shoes echoing through the silence. To his surprise, the Davies residence was unlike any home he had encountered. The furniture seemed frozen in time, draped in dusty sheets, and an antique grandfather clock ticked away in the corner. The air carried a scent of aged secrets, and the shadows whispered tales of forgotten mysteries. As Arthur ventured deeper into the house, he stumbled upon a room bathed in an ethereal glow. In the center stood a mirror, its frame ornately carved with symbols that hinted at a supernatural origin. Intrigued, Arthur approached the mirror, only to witness his reflection morph into a distorted visage, a monstrous version of himself. Fear gripped him as the room pulsated with an otherworldly energy. The mist thickened, forming shapes that danced in the periphery of his vision. Desperation clawed at Arthur's composure, and he raced toward the door, his heart pounding in sync with the eerie cadence of the clock. Just as he reached the threshold, the door slammed shut behind him. The mist receded, leaving the Davies residence in its enigmatic quietude. Arthur found himself back on the rain-soaked porch, the ominous glow of the mirror fading from his memory like a fleeting nightmare. The residents of Harmony Springs, unaware of the salesman's supernatural encounter, continued with their peaceful lives. Arthur, forever changed by the brief venture into the mysterious house, carried the weight of an untold tale, a story of a wrong turn through a door that bridged the mundane and the macabre. In the hushed corridors of Harmony Springs, the Davies residence remained an unspoken mystery, its secrets concealed behind closed doors and mist-laden memories. Days turned to nights in Harmony Springs, but the unsettling encounter at the Davies residence lingered in Arthur Hargrove's thoughts like a haunting melody. Determined to unravel the mystery that clung to his very being, Arthur delved into the archives of the town, seeking answers in the shadows of forgotten tales. His quest led him to an old bookstore, its shelves sagging under the weight of dusty tomes and weathered journals. In a dimly lit corner, Arthur discovered a leather-bound book that bore the name Chronicles of Harmony Springs. Intrigued, he carefully opened the pages, revealing stories that transcended the boundaries of reality. The tale unfolded, centuries ago, the Davies family, practitioners of a long-forgotten magic, had created a door imbued with the power to traverse realms. The door, once opened, connected the mundane world with the supernatural, allowing for glimpses into the mysterious unknown. As Arthur delved deeper into the chronicles, he learned of the price the Davies family paid for meddling with forces beyond comprehension. The mist, a residue of their magical experiments, became a gateway for otherworldly entities to traverse between realms, leaving a trail of darkness in its wake. Haunted by the revelation, Arthur returned to the Davies residence, armed with newfound knowledge. The mist welcomed him once more, but this time, he navigated its twists and turns with an understanding of the forces that lurked within. As he approached the mirrored room, the whispers of ancient incantations filled the air. With trepidation, Arthur recited a counter-incantation from the Chronicles, aiming to seal the door that connected the worlds. The mist recoiled, shadows dissipating as if in protest. The mirror, once a portal to the monstrous unknown, lost its ominous glow. As Arthur stepped back into the rain-soaked night, a profound calm settled over Harmony Springs. The Chronicles spoke of the sacrifices made to protect the town, and Arthur, now a guardian of forgotten secrets, embraced his role in the delicate balance between the mundane and the supernatural. The residents of Harmony Springs, unaware of the spectral battles fought in their midst, continued their lives under the watchful eyes of the door. The Davies residence, no longer a source of fear, stood as a testament to the resilience of a town steeped in both mystery and magic. And so, in the quiet town where white picket fences lined the streets, Arthur Hargrove became a guardian of the door that bridged realms, a door that whispered secrets of a hidden Harmony Springs, where shadows danced in the perpetual twilight between the known and the unknown. In the moonlit expanse of Gettysburg, the echo of cannons and the whispers of the fallen resonated through the very soil that bore witness to one of the bloodiest battles in American history. Yet, on a fateful night, the town's residents felt an eerie presence, a spectral return of those long gone. As the clock struck midnight, the air grew heavy with the weight of unseen footsteps marching in unison. Shadows danced along the cobblestone streets, and the wind carried whispers of names forgotten by time. The deceased soldiers of the Civil War, clad in tattered uniforms, returned to their once familiar homes. The townsfolk, initially paralyzed by fear, soon recognized the ethereal figures as the brave men who had given their lives on the battlefield. Faces, worn and weathered, peered through the windows of homes that once sheltered them in life. The ghostly reunion transcended the boundaries between the living and the departed, blurring the lines of reality and the supernatural. A widow, Mrs. Abigail Turner, opened her door to find her long-lost husband, Captain Jonathan Turner, standing in the doorway. Tears welled in her eyes as they embraced, a union that defied the boundaries between life and death. The soldiers wandered the streets, visiting homes they had left behind, seeking solace in the remnants of lives interrupted by war. The townspeople, initially hesitant, soon welcomed the spectral reunion with open hearts. It became a night of healing, where the living and the dead found a fleeting connection. The echoes of laughter and camaraderie, reminiscent of times long past, filled the air as the spectral soldiers shared moments with families who had carried the weight of their absence for generations. As dawn approached, the soldiers, their earthly sojourn complete, faded into the mist. The once silent town bore witness to a night that defied the natural order. The residents, grateful for the ephemeral reunion, found closure and a renewed appreciation for the sacrifices made during that harrowing chapter of history. The following morning, the sun rose over Gettysburg, casting its warm rays on a town forever changed. The echoes of Valor lingered, leaving behind a sense of unity that transcended the boundaries between the living and the departed. The spirits of the Civil War soldiers, having revisited their homes, found a brief respite before returning to the eternal embrace of the afterlife, leaving behind a town touched by the supernatural and forever bound by the threads of history. In the aftermath of that spectral night, the once quiet town of Gettysburg found itself caught between the realms of the living and the dead. Whispers of the supernatural encounter lingered in every corner, and the townsfolk, though initially apprehensive, were inexplicably drawn to the spectral energy that now infused their homes. As the days unfolded, the residents of Gettysburg began to notice subtle changes. Photographs on the walls captured glimpses of soldiers in faded uniforms, and the distant echoes of war songs occasionally wafted through the air. It was as if the ethereal visitation had left an indelible mark on the town, a bridge between two worlds that refused to fade away. Local historians, drawn by the allure of the paranormal, flocked to Gettysburg to document this unprecedented phenomenon. The once sleepy town became a hub of supernatural curiosity, with visitors hoping to catch a glimpse of the otherworldly soldiers or hear the faint echoes of their conversations. In the midst of this surreal transformation, a sense of camaraderie enveloped the community. The living and the spectral coexisted, sharing spaces with a newfound understanding. The once haunted homes became gathering places for both the living and the remnants of the past, blurring the lines between history and the present. As the years passed, Gettysburg embraced its unique place in the tapestry of the supernatural. The town, once scarred by the echoes of war, now stood as a beacon of unity between the living and the spectral. Annual commemorations, not just for the historical battle, but also for the spectral reunion, became a tradition that attracted visitors from far and wide. The spectral soldiers, though unseen by most, continued to guard their homes in the town they once fought to protect. Their presence, felt rather than seen, became an integral part of Gettysburg's identity. The town, now a living testament to the intertwining of history and the supernatural, stood as a bridge between two worlds, offering solace to those who sought connection with the past. And so, in the heart of Gettysburg, where the echoes of valor and the shadows of eternity converged, the residents embraced the mysteries that surrounded them. The town became a living testament to the enduring spirit of those who once walked its streets, a place where history and the supernatural coexisted in a delicate dance, forever entwined in the tapestry of time.